And we shall continue. Doop. Spyro 2 is a game that can absolutely be beaten in one sitting, but I would not recommend it. And I guess we wait for people while I get everybody into it. 40 hours, almost 40 hours plus put into this. That's a lot of time. That's a full week work. Then again, I've been doing this, I don't know, how long now? A couple of weeks maybe? If anybody is there, please feel free to say hi so I know that the stream is working as intended. And I guess we'll watch the demo while I update Twitter. Just one of those quiet weekend nights with nobody around. That's a very short demo. It doesn't go anywhere near as close as it should, going into how much that Aquaria Tower quest tends to annoy me. I'm pretty sure this is the one. Yeah, this is the one. Excellent. Let's go and learn how to climb. God, this controller.
Well, I bet a rich dragon like you wouldn't mind cashing in a few gems to learn how to climb. I'd be willing to teach you for, say, I don't know, a small fee.
Hello, RD Dragon's Den.
You won't regret it. Okay, when you see a wall...
And Moon Sapphire.
Use
and Vontek. Yes, you've all made it on time. And we have just learned to climb. So we can go on and start taking on the levels down here. Hello, Banana Shoes. Seems like most of the gang is all here. Excellent. Breeze Harbor, the level that a lot of people hate, even though it's like my favorite level in the Autumn Plains. I don't know what the problem people have with this level is, but whatever. Let's go. I think the reason people dislike it is because of the trolley thing. I like this level aesthetically. Most nighttime levels just automatically appeal to me, but this is a nighttime harbor, which is in the air, which is something really cool. Last time I beat it, it took me 6 hours total. That's how long the long play is on Mr. Enter Extras. But that was including all skill points. So, 5 hours and change, maybe. Depending on how I screw up. Come on. Come on. There we go. Yeah, you can hit those two from over here. The hardest one to hit is always this one. There we go. I already got the gems down here, which is fantastic. I enjoyed the original 3 Spyro games and A Hero's Tale very much. Enter the Dragonfly is stupid. Why is Enter the Dragonfly stupid? Because it has a frame rate of 12 frames per second. That's one major reason why it's stupid. In this game, you're collecting... Yeah, and the collectibles are really annoying in Enter the Dragonfly. You'll notice something about gems and orbs and crystal dragons and dragon eggs. They don't move. The dragonflies in Enter the Dragonfly move around. They try and get away from you. It's like every single enemy is the thieves in Spyro 1 and 3. Not to mention, in order to catch those dragonflies, you need to switch to Bubble Breath, which is fucking useless in every other context. So you can't do it with collecting gems or beating enemies and stuff. You have to stop what you're doing and chase down a dragonfly 90 times. Also, cutscenes kind of like just randomly play. Come on. There we go. Oh, there's 2. Enter the Dragonfly is just a god-awful mess.
Thanks, Spyro. Here's that orb I promised.
Spyro 2 is the best of the 3. Although Spyro 3 has the best moments of the trilogy, it also has some of the worst moments of the trilogy. Also, one thing that always annoyed me about this game and Spyro 3, your gem count. In Spyro 1, your gem count was only for the level. In this game, it shows you your total gems overall, which is, I guess, useful if you're talking to money bags, but if I haven't completed every other level 100%, this number is absolutely useless to me. I'd like to know how many gems I've collected out of the 400 in this particular stage. And it really annoys me that they kept this trend. Not much. No, Spyros aren't story heavy at all. You're not very late now. It's only been a few minutes. Oh my god. Brrg. Also, the jump and charge trick from Spyro 1 doesn't really work as well. Yes, a true Spyro 4. That would be good.
Thanks for getting our ship fired up, Spyro. Now we can proceed with our counterattack.
Yeah, Hero's Tale is very different. The levels in Hero's Tale are more one after the other. They're a lot larger, and there's not a finite amount of gems. Gems are more strictly currency. Every level in Spyro 2 has a power-up, even if they're useless. Like there's no reason this couldn't be a ladder.
How lucky for...
Okay, this is why people hate this stage. The trolley, which people keep crashing on. There are a lot of minigames in this game that are annoying. This is not one of them. There's a lot of back and forth, yeah, but that's about the worst of it. There are ladders elsewhere in the game. Like climbing is a move that we have just unlocked. This one you don't jump on. This one you do jump on. I have played some of Mario 64, yes. The trolley is not hard to control at all. It jumps when you press X, and it turns as you turn. The reaction times aren't especially taxing either. And boom. One try.
Great work, Spyro. Now I can start fixing my machines. Here, I don't have room in my toolbox for this thing anymore.
This music track is very reminiscent of the first game. It sounds like it would be right at home in a Beastmaker's. Yeah, that's all of them. I mean, maybe trial and error to navigate it, but... it's not really that hard. You want hard? That's the next level, Skilo's Badlands. This was the other level in the demo, and it is my least favorite level in the entire game. Let us do it. I hate this level. A lot of people like it, and I don't know why. In my opinion, this level contains the hardest of the minigames in the entire game. Possibly the entire trilogy. It is very strict in the timing. Apparently there was more than one demo disc. Mine had Sunny Beach and Skilo's Badlands. Not jumping in the lava. The best part about this terrible ass minigame is that it's right at the start. And there's these gems. Hello, Atif.
Spyro, our village is being overrun by lava lizards. Can't you get rid of them before they eat my little buddies? I'll lower the bridge for you so you can get over there.
This is 2 missions. The first one's not so bad, but the second one, oh my god, it was legitimate. I remember distinctly, it was the last thing in this game that I did to 100% complete it. Go, 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 go.
Well done, Grasshopper. Take this shiny, thing.
And we go for the hard one.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, difficulty 5 stars, of course. The difficulty the developers think of these missions, they're really weird. Sometimes they match, sometimes they don't. This one is definitely a 5-star mission, yes. Move, 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 move. Yeah, a Moon Dreamers reboot, definitely. Get out of my fucking way, cave dipshit! You have barely enough time to do this.
Thank you for helping us again, Spyro. You deserve another shiny thing. I was...
Ah, cool, entity. Yay. Hello, G Singer. Anything new? No, not really. Oh my god. I don't know why the camera's fucking screwing me over right now, but whatever. Yes, I've heard Disney owning Fox a while now. Oh yeah, Johnny Test is back too. 2019, the year that just keeps on giving. Gotcha. We're a quarter of the way done with the year already, I hope you know. It wouldn't be Johnny Test without it.
You made it through the Badlands. I knew I'd win that bet. My cousin Gronk is a fool to bet against.
Yep, didn't get singed once on my entire way over here. These are the stupidest addition to pretty much any video game ever. You flame them, they appear somewhere earlier in the level, and you keep flaming them over and over again. And then eventually they pop with gems, because that's exactly what we want to do. Go through a level backwards. Oh, I almost forgot this cactus. Yeah, they're not even hidden. Questions? How do I stop drawing? I have no idea. Why would you want to stop drawing? It's the weirdest skill point. So there are just a bunch of these dragon things that you keep on flaming. Get a career as an artist then. Oh yeah, they're cat bats. And you kill all the ones here and you get a skill point. Well, Disney's gonna buy them all. They're gonna keep buying everything until there is nothing that's not Disney. Because Disney wants to own everything. That's how you win the game, after all.
Thank you, Spyro. Now I can put my friend back together. Please, take this as a token of my appreciation. A fairy left it with me a little while ago.
Derp, derp. It's a thing. Alright, where did I miss the gems? They did something with it in the reignited version. Into the glacier. This level is just boring. It's like one of the least memorable levels in the entire game.
Spyro.
Yeah, it's just pretty boring.
If you
There are only 2 minigames and none of them stick out in either direction. The only thing interesting about it is that they gave all of these cavemen here completely unique names, and it's impossible to get to know all of the names in one playthrough. Unless you keep going back to this level a lot, because as I've said before, the levels don't save their progress. They keep resetting every time you come back to the level, which is the game's biggest flaw. Galactic Kids Next Door. That would be awesome.
what?
Oh yeah, the other 2 games are, well, not so much the first one, but Spyro 3 has the best levels and the worst levels. Spyro 2's levels are more consistently good. It's just when they're small like this one, they don't tend to have much going for them. I love Charmed Ridge. I think that is a good one. And I don't like Frozen Altars. I guess I have some weird Spyro opinions. But Frozen Altars is actually like up there as one of my least favorite levels, because that's exactly what I want in an ice level. Ice breath. Moneybags, why are you blue?
Thank you, Spyro. Now I can buy that condo in Hurricane.
I mean, I'm guessing he's cold, but, like, he's just blue here. He doesn't give any indication of being cold, he's just blue. No one else is blue, it's just Moneybags. He's a fucking bear! Yeah, bears can withstand the cold, most of them. Ow.
Thanks, Spyro. Just hold tight for a second and look out below.
Fireworks Factory is pretty cool. The only problem with it is an Agent 9 level, and Agent 9 I did not enjoy playing as at any point.
Ow. You'd think those guys could have got me out of here without rolling a
Well, it seems like I'm the one with the weird Spyro opinions. I passed by one, didn't I? No, they're Draglets. I don't know what that means, but that's what they are. They're Draglets. And they keep multiplying unless you kill them all.
You have saved us all from a grisly fate.
I do believe that's all of them down here. The Superfly power-up is pretty cool, except if you get out of a Superfly area, it starts reducing your power even faster. If you get too far, it'll just straight up end the power.
I lost.
Alright, well, I'll take care of the missing gem in a bit. This is just like the fishing minigame in the first world. I guess I'm more than used to it though now, so it sounds like it should to me. There we go. That's all of them. Now he just follows you. You gotta walk at a moderate pace. Just gonna keep sitting down. So you just do this.
You found George. I'm so glad he's safe. I'll be sure to pay more attention to him from now on. All I have
Favorite level in this game?
I
I made a list recently. I don't remember exactly off the top of my head. Like, the levels in Spyro 2 generally don't reach the absolute high heights of, say, Wizard's Peak or Fireworks Factory, but it's very rare that they dip very low, even though that is an issue sometimes. I believe this game has the least amount of levels in the original trilogy, so... I like Glimmer, I like Idle Springs, I like Breeze Harbor. Those are some pretty good ones. And I always seem to forget those gems. I really like Hurricos, that's another good one. Usually, the name George is a reference to Of Mice and Men. Also, I love how Autumn Plains looks more like a forest than Summer Forest. Like, this is not a plain at all. It's a forest. Oh yeah, the homeworlds in this game are awesome. I'm just not the biggest fan of this ambient track. I prefer, like, more energetic, more active music.
Legend?
Oh boy, Zephyr. Just kidding. I actually like this level more than most people. This is a level that a lot of people just really hate. Yeah, it's definitely an interesting thing. Originally, we helped the Breeze Builders fight against the Blubbers, I guess. Now, we're helping the Blubbers fight the Breeze Builders. I don't know if this is... I don't know how this pans out morally, fighting in both sides of the war. But whatever, it's definitely interesting. I like seeing how these levels react. Ah, god damn it. Of Mice and Men is a book I don't like, because like most American classic books, it's basically about random people doing nothing and then somebody dies. Also, the movie adaptation that I saw basically killed George in mid-sentence, and it killed, like, all sadness of the scene where he dies. In Of a Mice and Men, only 2 people die. If I remember correctly. Yeah, it's like The Great Gatsby. It's exactly like The Great Gatsby. Takes place in the past, it's a bunch of random people doing nothing, and then people die because tragedy. Well, I mean, that's what it's about thematically. Oh yeah, Great Gatsby is boring. It's about assholes in the 20s. Most books you read in school are highly overrated. There are very few of the things on the required reading list that I actually enjoyed. Why do we need to read them? Because they're classics. How to Kill a Mockingbird was pretty good, yeah, that's one of the exceptions. Well, Hunger Games was not required reading in my school because I'm a little bit too old for that. That was a little bit before my time. Animal Farm is a victim of basically letting the metaphor kill any sort of semblance the story had. Like, without the metaphor of the Russian Revolution and communism's takeover, Animal Farm isn't really much of a story. Oh yeah, the Holes... Oh, that's not a book that was required reading. I'm talking more about the classics. Whatever. Also, it's really cool how they reused the TNT barrel guys from the first game. Opinion on The Giver. Let's see. I don't know, I mean, it was important for the time, but compared to other dystopian fiction, it's very minimal. You know what I mean? I believe it was one of the first of the genre, but like most firsts of anything, it doesn't really hold up in hindsight. Oh yeah, I used to read all the time as a kid. Like, they give us points for, like, in junior high, they give us points for reading certain books. And I had legitimately more than anyone else because I read the big books, like the Aragon series, Philip Pullman's His Dark Materials series. A lot of other books. Some of which I liked, some of which I really, really did not. Can and should some manga be quality enough to be high school required reading? Sure. I mean, American graphic novels are already being considered required reading.
What an explosion!
In 9th grade, I believe we read Moss, M-A-U-S. I don't know how it's pronounced, but it was a graphic novel about the World War II, Holocaust survivors. Yeah, it's a graphic novel. And it was definitely pretty good. It's an interesting choice, having everybody being, you know, mice, but... No, the cats were the Nazis. The mice were the victims. Yeah, it's pronounced... Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's pronounced like mouse, but I don't want to make you think it's spelled the same way as American. Oh yeah, there were a bunch of people in the book that were frogs because those were the French. And this right here is why everybody hates this level. It's because of the guys, damn effalumps. Or buffalo things, whatever. Oh yeah, Cowlicks, that's right. Heffalumps. That's Winnie the Pooh, isn't it? Yes, but everybody hates herding them into the goddamn pen. It's not that bad. The reason that people hate this level is because it requires a lot of back and forth. Like, a lot of back and forth. Yeah, and it's also one of the levels below the castle that requires climbing. Which means if you go into this level early, you can't beat it. 100%. Especially, and to add insult to injury, you need gems to actually access this level. Which I can see that being annoying to some people who aren't as completionist. I have not seen Christopher Robin. I don't see many films in theaters. Oh yeah, it's got one of these too. I haven't played Binding of Isaac very much. Go in the hole! Yeah, they're giraffe elephants called cowlicks. As a kid, I didn't even know what a cowlick was. As an adult, I know exactly what it is, but I have no idea why the hell you're calling these cowlicks.
Here's a little something, you know, for the effort. There are 2 more cowlicks out there somewhere, but I haven't seen them in days.
Then you're a terrible shepherd.
What like?
I'll tell you why people hate this minigame. This pit right here is a good reason to hate it. And of course there's a Romeo and Juliet reference, because why not? You see, one of the issues I had as a kid is having trouble getting these guys over here frequently. Like, a lot of the times they get kind of caught on the edge and fall in. That's largely because I was impatient. They sort of walk towards the edge if you let them. But no, I decided to just keep charging at them, and they kept falling in over and over and over again.
Spyro, my aiming.
I kind of wish that with Shakespeare you read more than his tragedies. Like, they should probably make you read one of his comedies instead, because tragedy isn't all that he did. mean, maybe it's a bad idea to read Romeo and Juliet to teenagers and call it true love. You know, teenagers, people who tend to do rash, stupid things in the name of quote-unquote love, and who are predisposed to having depression. It just seems like a bad time to read Romeo and Juliet in your life. The plays that I read in school were Macbeth and Romeo and Juliet. Yeah, pretty much, but a lot of people say it's a love story. It's the greatest love story of all time, which is not what you should be telling hormonal teenagers. It's been so long since I've read Macbeth, though.
Well, I am impressed. You got all 7 cowlicks for me. Here's a...
I mean, with Romeo and Juliet, it's hard to not know the story, considering its reference to hell and back. Like, I don't know why it's so abused in, like, video game quests, for instance, but it is. Yeah, Romeo and Juliet. And this is another level that has the stupid fucking jar. It literally goes back to the end of the level. Oh yeah, Jimmy Neutron, that one episode where they tried to do Macbeth in space. You shouldn't use extremes like that. You make me, you tempt me with the challenge to make a movie where the main character is a garden gnome and not make it crap. That's probably going to be my thing at this point. I mean, most kids haven't read Macbeth, so they're probably not going to notice. Oh, there's more gems over here. You might actually think, I don't know, the Black Cauldron? Like, most Disney films are animated for a reason. It's because that's Disney's specialty. These seeds, I guess, they look more like peaches. Gravitate to the holes. There are some live-action films that Disney are good at, but they're not the live-action remakes of their animated films. I mean, 101 Dalmatians was okay, but okay is about the best that they get.
Well done, my boy.
Black Cauldron has issues. It's not the worst thing ever, but oh god, should they have scrapped Gurgi? Oh my god, they should have. Hello, Humbo Mumbo. Humbo Wumbo. Yeah, live action Mickey Mouse movie, that'll work. Oh no, not Aristocats! No, the professor's Tom Kenny.
Romeo, wherefore art thou, Romeo? Oh, there's Romeo. You can have this. I don't need it anymore.
Sorcerer's Apprentice is not a live-action Disney movie. Or is not a live-action Mickey movie. Well, yeah, the voice improved, but I think they sacrificed the joke, because the bad voice acting was kind of the joke here.
Well done.
Well, it's time for a speedway. Oh, comments. Oh, derp. That was stupid. I need to pay attention. Yes. This is probably the hardest of the speedways of this game. Because it's a 90s cartoon kind of funny. I really wish they made a Spyro cartoon. It's got the tone and it's got the world for it. And you. Oh god. I'm still having flashbacks to getting the fucking skill point in this level. If you ever play Spyro, do not try and get the skill point in this level. You will hate it. You will hate every single fucking second of it. Just missing someone like that, you start over. And it's all about mapping out the best direction to do it, too. Okay, these guys are not that small. Why do I keep missing? The skill points of all of these things are time-based. Usually it's getting it in under a minute and 10 seconds. Which requires some weird order.
We've been having a crime problem here in Metro Speed.
Alright, we helped the mayor get the things. Only 12 this time. Hunter, you missed one! Oh, okay. There we go.
Well,
Yes. A hunter was being a douche with those on purpose. There is no other justification for it. Because as we've established, Hunter is evil. He is the most evil person in all of Avalar. Ah, god damn it. Why did I do that? And today, we're actually going to get into some of his more evil behaviors. But first, I'm probably going to go back to some forest and clean up there. Finish off the levels I didn't before. Yay. Oh yeah, the magma cone thing is easy once you start being a dick and return to Hunter. Ah, no, I don't want to talk to you. Sunny Beach, yay! Least favorite summer forest level, definitely. So, because this level requires backtracking, I basically skipped everything in it the first time around. What people hate about Skylanders is that they blatantly used Spyro to cash in on it in a way that would make absolutely nobody happy. Anyone who likes Spyro would not be interested in seeing the spin-off. And the people who like Skylanders probably wouldn't be interested in seeing Spyro there. Oh yeah, they also made Spyro look like... I have no idea. They made him look like a villain. No, I haven't played, If it wasn't Spyro, it would probably have a better chance of, you know, just being seen as its own thing. I mean, like, what makes Skylanders so insulting is that Toys for Bob essentially asked for the Spyro IP so that they could make Skylanders, which was stupid. It made nobody happy. But now that Toys for Bob has made the Spyro remake, I'm still waiting for the brand new Spyro game in the vein of the originals. That's what I really, really want them to do most of all right now. Music here is pretty good though. -11, okay. Well, Insomniac by game number 3 said that they were running out of ideas for Spyro. And Spyro 3 kind of suffers from that. Like, it's definitely believable. Like, all the extras of Spyro, like the extra characters, Bentley and Agent 9, and Sheila and Sergeant Bird, their inclusion really lowers the game. I would prefer Spyro 3 a lot more without any of them. Sheila and Sergeant Bird are okay, but Bentley and Agent 9, every single minigame with them is a slog at best. Enter the Dragonfly has major design flaws at the ground. For example, it's only half a game. There's only one world. As opposed to even the shortest game of the original trilogy's Spyro 2, which had 3 worlds. Speaking of which, yeah, that's always been one of my criticisms of Spyro 2 here. It's the shortest of the trilogy. There's the least amount of levels, there's the least amount of stuff to collect, and it does kind of lower its opinion a little bit in my mind. Hunter was playable in A Hero's Tale. I like A Hero's Tale too. I don't know why that one gets so much flack. I mean, Spyro, A Hero's Tale did have some weird shit in it, like Ember and Flame. Ember was just this girl dragon that had a crush on Spyro, who appeared for like one scene. And then there was this other cool dragon friend named Flame who appeared for one scene.
Impressive, most impressive.
Yeah, the Amy Rose dragon. And if you found enough dragon eggs, the game would allow you to play as Ember or as Flame, except all it did was change Spyro's color. Like, it didn't change Spyro to their models, and during cutscenes, it would default you back to the default color scheme. I have no idea why people are so nuts over Cinder. I mean, I know who Cinder is. I played the game where she was introduced, but I remembered, like, nothing about it. except that the gameplay was like really repetitive. This minigame is also one of the worst, which is great to put in your demo. Some of the worst minigames in Spyro history. It's perfect for priming.
Your turtle friends happen to make a very good soup.
So here's the issue with this minigame. It jacks off the camera. It gives this camera this weird aerial rotate that makes it hard to aim your charges.
So, you saved a few turtles.
Also, in round 2 here, it takes fucking forever. Also, the worse you're doing at this minigame, the harder it gets. If there's still a turtle on the screen, it makes it more likely for more turtles to come out. It's not a finite amount of turtles. I mean, the first one had a maximum of 3 turtles, but I was able to get to finish it with only 2. Flaming them will turn them away, but you have to charge them, and they ricochet like weird, and you can't... And there's no way to see what they're bumping off of. Also, if you get in the water, you lose for some reason. Just everything about this minigame is stupid. Yeah, they will just willingly go into the cauldron. I guess because it's also food for turtles?
Rats! You save every turtle on the beach. Here, take this.
I was gonna use it to buy potatoes. You got rid of my main course that I was making. Take this thing that I was going to use to buy any food at all. Okay, sir. What is the chef supposed to be? I don't know. Some vague cartoon thingamajig. Please be all of them. Thank you. You guys want to see something cool? Now that this level is complete and glitches can't help me at all, I can show you something cool. I've never had turtle soup, but it doesn't seem like the grossest thing in the world. People legitimately do eat it. Okay, so this game has a glitch. Big surprise, I know. But what you do... It might take a few tries to get this to work. Keep swimming at this. And... You're swimming in the air. And people take a lot of pot shots at Enter the Dragonfly because in that game you're also swimming in the air. But no, Spyro 2 and Spyro 3 have a swimming in air glitch. Also, there was weird black particle effects up here for some reason. And... yeah. And here's the whole level. Like, this is great for sequence breaking. You could just swim all the way and fight Gulp. Or not Gulp, Crush. You can only do this in this level and in Breeze Harbor. How high can you go? So high that there's another copy of the level. And let's go to Autumn Plains. Now that Summer Forest is completely complete. And as you can see, you don't carry over the swimming thing here. Alright. Is the copy for cutscenes? Maybe. I don't know. No one's ever figured out exactly what it is. Into Scorch, where we meet Handel and Greta. Yeah, there's some secret agent kids, and how do you go wrong with secret agent kids?
Hello, Spyro. My brother Handel and I have been sent here to blow up this castle. But Handel got caught by these evil soldiers, and I'm stuck out here.
So we're in a
If you can open the doors that block the way...
Yes, they come back in Spyro 3.
Complete our super secret spy mission.
So I'm pretty sure that this level got, like, some censorship in the remake, because we're, like, in an Egyptian level, and we're helping them blow up a castle, which is, times have changed. They changed the guy's name. I know that much. One thing that I do like about this level, or this game, is how every enemy, or every level has unique enemies. That's an attention to detail you don't usually get. Some games will have, say, Goombas for the entire damn thing. The skill point here is running into all the palm trees, which is annoying. But otherwise, I kind of like Scorch. Since they're every little thing that blows up in cartoons and games. That's gonna be hard, considering guns and bombs and shit were all over the place in older cartoons. I do think that mainstream media is a lot more prone to censor than it used to be. I mean, it's probably nowhere close to where it was in the 80s, but we're getting to be secondary in that place, and sooner or later there's going to be a backlash to it. There really is, with people just making the most offensive shit imaginable just for the hell of it.
Monkeys have escaped from the Avalar Zoo, and I've been sent here to catch them. But they keep throwing coconuts at me, and it hurts. Can you help me out?
There is no Avalar Zoo, is there? You're just going to kidnap these things from yourself and smuggle them to that chef that we were just talking to, aren't you?
Great. Just charge the tree before I get hit. I'll be able to catch the monkeys as they fall. Follow me.
Personally, I'm almost wholeheartedly against censorship. There's, like, very few places where I think it's applicable. Like, when you censor something, you make it more desirable. More people are wanting to seek it out. No, this minigame is not impossible to lose.
Thanks for your
Because
help,
apparently
Spyro.
they've escaped from the Avalar Zoo that we'd never see. Sure, the monkey had it.
Were those monkeys or apes?
You know what? Fuck you, go ask Spectre. It's definitely getting to be that way, yeah. Oh, age rating is absolutely fine, and telling people what certain things contain, that's fine too. But when you wholeheartedly remove shit so people can't see it because you find the material objectionable, honestly, it's insulting. And half of the time, it's kind of against... It does go against good art and good standards. Yeah. Today I just finished the Terra episode, or not the Terra episode, the finale of Teen Titans review. So doing an honorable of the MJ episode is probably what I'm going to be doing next. Talking about this topic. I think he can. Not entirely sure. Did I get the skill point for hitting all of them? I don't remember. Stark Raving Dad is a really good episode. It's been known as one of the best. Okay, thank you. Alright. My short-term memory is really, really bad. It's time for some fireworks. Well, media has the power to relate to very sensitive topics. Like, they can talk about deeper themes and how they relate to our everyday life and our values. Media says something about who we are and what we value as a society. It showcases what we want to see, and that is very meaningful. It can showcase who we were at a certain period of time. Yeah, I like Spyro 1's fireworks boxes a lot better than Spyro 2 and 3's just jars with dynamite on them.
Spyro, you make a great secret agent. Now Handler and I can complete our mission. By the way, you can have this talisman. I stole it when the soldiers weren't looking.
Like, I mean, some people do go too far with their media analysis, like the people who think that video games lead to violence and shit like that. That's not exactly what I mean. Media is more of a reaction of our overall culture, not a cause of it. Everything leads to violence. No, not everything.
Those flags to prove our secret mission was successful, but the flag keeper keeps stealing them. If you could knock the flag keeper down, you could bring the flags back.
Like, over the years, I've become a lot more respectful of even the worst media that I've come across. Yeah, Handel is apparently older, even though they look exactly the same age.
So, you want that flag, eh, Dragon? Well, two can play at this bombing game. Let's go.
Yeah, in the original, this guy was Bommo the Flag Keeper. In the remake, he's just Bob. That's his name. He's just Bob. Made by Toys for Bob. I guess Toys for Bob is trying to tell us something. Bob is apparently the guy stealing flags and trying to bomb people. So they're making toys for people who want to bomb people. Censorship is largely stupid and inconsistent. Oh good, that's all the gems.
Still after my flag, Dragon?
Yeah, you'll get a side-by-side of them in the end cutscene. I really wish they made those end cutscenes for Spyro 3. Those starting and end ones for every level. That's one of probably my biggest disappointments about the Reignited trilogy, that they didn't make them. Because they give Spyro 2 a unique charm that the other two games do not have.
You're so close, Spyro. Just one more flag.
This minigame doesn't really bother me too much. Honestly, usually I found getting to Bommo harder than dodging him. But, I figured out that you can do this instead of just running all the way around the level like I have for the past 20 years. Are you allowed to play EU versions of games that happen to be released in the US?
You won't get my last
I
flag so
mean,
easily,
if I can download the ROMs. Oh, for PSX Quest? No, I'm going with the American releases if possible. I already got them all, so yay. And I guess I was wrong about my initial estimate. It's nowhere near terabytes, but it's over half a terabyte.
Great job.
Yay, that's Scorch done. See, they are exactly the same height. No, they're not gonna die. Now it's time for everyone's favorite level, Fracture Hills. The guy who made this level better have a fracture. Oh yeah, they're always gonna say he was inspired by Fortnite. Sure, why not? As far as I care, this level is a winter tundra level, and I'm just gonna be rushing through it. Hope you like bagpipes, by the way.
Thank you.
Thank you for releasing me. Crash Insane Trilogy? Maybe? I don't know. So, why do people hate this level? Well, I told you the biggest issue with this game is that the levels reset when you get into it. And sometimes you'll have to replay a minigame if you want to do the sequel minigame. Well, this level has a particularly annoying minigame. Like, it's an escort mission that's very, very difficult and annoying. However, when you get to its sequel mission, on the first time you go through it, you do not have the move required to beat it. So it's basically just a gotcha on the player because they didn't think through well enough. And honestly, the way to fix pretty much every problem I have with Spyro 2 is to just make it so the levels don't reset.
It's great to be free.
I have never used the all abilities sheet. Yeah, this could have easily been a winter tundra level. It should have been. Autumn Plains has what? 8 levels? Not counting the 2 speedways? Winter Tundra only has 4 levels. Let's see what Hunter has to say.
Just stand still, he says. I'll turn your boots to gold, he says. Oh, hi, Spyro. You're a sight for sore eyes. I'd appreciate it mightily if you could locate that alchemist. He owes me a favor.
Yeah, no, I'm not helping you.
Hi, Dragon Boy. You're probably expecting me to be all like...
Yeah, and Sunny Beach is definitely an Autumn Plains level. The addition of backtracking, like requiring you to get moves you can't have yet to complete a level 100%, I don't get why they did that. I mean, I do. It's to make the game longer, but it doesn't help. Oh, Hunter will find a way. Yay, 8 orbs to open the door. How many I got I got... I don't know. Yes. Magma cone. Oh, it's not going to last for long. Because this level also has one of Hunter's worst appearances. So, the one thing immediately about this level I don't like is the background music. It generally sounds okay, but Stuart Copeland put some random-ass chanting into it. Just give it a minute or so. It takes a while to get into it, I guess. Either that or it's a different area. There it is! I don't get why... I do not understand. I mean, I guess the weird grunting, chanting can be considered funny, but... I don't know. I don't think the background music is a place for the comedy. Why is climbing slow? 'Cause realism. Hello, SSJ3. Alright, who wants to go see Hunter? Besides nobody. Oops, I fell too soon. Oh well. So here is one of the more annoying minigames.
Hey, Spyro! Check out this cool cave I found. Let's play a little game. Every so often, a piece of this crystal popcorn pops out of the ground. The first one to grab 10 of them wins.
Okay.
I'm ready when you are.
Alright, the first one you could just, as per normal, you could just do whatever the fuck you want and you'll probably win. In two-part minigames, the first one is rarely such a challenge. Just follow the lines of steam and catch the popcorn, he calls it. They look more like random crystals, but whatever. Yeah, crystal popcorn. Even though, by definition, if it's crystal, it probably can't be corn.
Okay, you win. Here's an orb.
Once again, Hunter, I need these to go home. Doing this right here isn't helping you save your world or anything.
I'll give you another orb if you can beat me again. Let's play to 15 this time. What do you say?
Hunter, once again, I will be stranded here away from my friends and family if you do not give this to me right now. Keep in mind, I have flame breath, and you are standing right in front of me, and your fur looks very flammable.
I'm ready when you are.
Okay, so what you want to do to beat Hunter this time, this can actually be very challenging, is to be a bit of a dick, and basically scalp the ones that he's about to get. Like that. That is how you beat this one without any trouble. Well, I say any trouble. It's actually still quite complicated. God damn it. He's actually got... He's very fast, he's got good AI, he's unlikely to make a mistake. Unlike your poor, pitiful human soul. It's gonna be a close one, god damn it. And sometimes you overestimate your abilities. Oh, shit.
You're pretty fast, but not as fast as me. What do you say? Would you like...
Of course I'm not fast as you are. You're a fucking cheetah! See, this is what happens when you play fairly. He kind of catches you match for beat. What you gotta do, god damn it, is not miss when you get the opportunity.
You're pretty fast, but not as fast as me. What do you say? Would you like to give it another shot? I'm ready when you are.
Oh yeah, you also need the 40 orbs to stop Ripto. You know, the guy that Hunter put in charge. Possibly on purpose. I mean, the same coordinates just so happen to be of his birthday. That means something. Unlike speedways, if you're too far behind, you can't just give up. You have to play it out to the end. God damn it! Why am I having a hard time just jumping straight up? This is gonna be the next Cheep Cheep. My fucking god. I have a hard time just not running into Hunter himself.
You're pretty fast.
Hunter's a dipshit. Hunter, every second we spend doing this, someone in Avalar suffers more. Ripto takes over more and more of the world. His minions destroy more, they steal more treasure, more people are put into harm. People's families are torn apart. Some people risk getting eaten. But no, let's play your stupid crystal popcorn game. Fucking hell, just testing me. He is certainly testing me. Testing my fucking patience. Got it.
You're really good. I'm going to have to come up with some harder games. For now, take this order.
Fuck you!
Yes, you earned it.
I'm gonna have to come up with some harder games, yeah! Like, I don't know why Hunter didn't become, like, a Slippy the Toad or something. Like, I never really noticed how demented Hunter was as a kid, but yeah, this character's kind of fucked up. Star Fox thing. Slippy the Toad, yeah. I mean, like, the good guy who has the collectibles you need to beat the bad guy, it was a weirdly common trope. But Hunter just takes it to the next level. Especially because minigames involving him tend to be the hardest ones in the entire game. The professor, not so much. His challenges aren't as difficult, and he seems to be more absent-minded than demented. Yeah, it would definitely be a fun trope to make fun of. Because you could probably think of other games where this happens too. Like, oh, I don't know, the Tanukis in Super Mario Sunshine that sell you the Sunshines for blue coins.
Well, if it isn't my best customer.
You know, the Sunshines that they need to live. Well, Moneybags doesn't give you stuff for free. Yeah, Volcano's pretty cool. It's one of the more interesting platforming challenges of the game. Although I think I have seen this, you need to go back and forth on the ladder thing a little bit too much. I mean, remember, Rascal also did this.
Thanks for...
Yeah, a lot of video games do it. There's the talisman.
Hey, Spyro! You're just in time for the party. Well, you would be if those nasty lava monsters hadn't stolen our hits. It just won't be the same without party hits.
What accent is that? If they're noise blowers or noisemakers, oh, actually the party horns actually did damage, this minigame might be annoying. I think it sounds like more Welsh than Scottish. Yeah, the lava does, which can be annoying at certain parts, but it's fairly easy to dodge. Although I have no idea why the rocks go up and down. How many orbs does Hunter have? I don't know. I haven't done the math. You probably can beat Ripto without any Hunter minigames or any Hunter involvement whatsoever. But still, if you want to get 100%, you're gonna need to deal with Hunter.
Thanks, Spyro. You saved the party. Here.
There's 40. That's one way to do it, Jim. Although it's not exactly, you know, the good guy helping you out. Alright. Yep, it feels good to do so. Yeah, I really wish Spyro 3 did have those cutscenes. Is there a game where you play as an anti-hero? I believe that's the entire point of the GTA series. And pretty much any other wide-open sandbox game like GTA. I guess Wario could count, maybe. But yeah, the GTA clone genre is basically all anti-heroes. No, from what I understand, you're usually some kind of good guy in GTA. Just doing illegal shit to do the good things. What are you playing after this? I don't know. I'm probably going to stick with games that I've already beaten in my actual every day-to-day life. So we don't have any more experiences like the stupid VIP door shit.
I would love to let you enter the...
Ah, get back here. I said get back here. I do believe this is one of the easier of the speedways to get the skill point on, but it's not the easiest. And it still takes fucking forever to do it properly. But most everything in this level is fairly intertwined. Oh my god. Can't use turbo buttons, nope. Whatever. I am not doing very well this time around. Yeah, I can't use turbo controllers, I can't use cheats, I can't use Game Shark. I must essentially beat video games as they were intended. I do believe that charging is faster than flying, supercharging in this speedway, in any of the speedways. I'm not entirely sure.
Good job, Spyro.
Well, I mean, Spyro 3 has a very interesting cheat. It allows you to control the difficulty of the game.
Hey!
Yeah, Spyro 3 has this thing called scaling difficulty, where if you're playing really, really good, the game will make itself harder, and if you're doing piss poor, the game will make itself easier, which is the stupidest fucking thing that I've ever heard. And it makes some levels legitimately impossible if you play too well. Ah, goddammit.
Hey!
Yeah, the ring challenge here is a little... I just gotta pay attention. I can beat this in just one go-through, but I just need to pay more attention, that's all. There we go.
Way to go, Spyro!
Alright. Yeah, I already did the trolley thing. I did it in one go.
I could...
This is another level where you need a later move in order to complete it 100%. It's great. But first, I want to... Where are we going, Sparks? Hello. It's down here. No, it's not down here. In a level like this, it's quite difficult to tell exactly where that gem is going to be. Dickish Barney the dinosaur? Not quite. Is he? I don't know. Oh, yeah. Yay! On to Shady Oasis. I mean, there's not much place for you to get fall damage, and even if there was, Spyro's good enough at gliding and hovering to avoid it. This level is probably the most vertical level in the entire game. Honestly, I kind of wish there were a bit more vertical Spyro levels. I don't know, Spyro is usually better off himself. I'd have to say Sparks, maybe, until he starts talking. We're gonna rush through this one because of course we are.
Spyro.
Ow. You need to actually defeat these guys or they will eat the berries that drop. I think Mabel could have been better. She's not the worst ever.
Thanks for helping
I don't know.
reach the Great Berry Bush. Now we can eat berries all the time. Here, take this. It's a gift from all of us hippos.
Yay, final talisman of the game. Winter Tundra, the next area, doesn't have any talismans, and I don't know why.
Spyro.
Alright, well, we will get this orb because it's easier to do this now. One down. Thank you. What's that map? It's the map of the level. Why? Because, I don't know, it's a feature of the game, I guess. I don't ever really use it, but it's there. It's the only one of the 3 games that has it as a feature. Spyro 2 is the only one that has it, but it's off by default. I mean, these levels are pretty much too small to get lost in, but it is interesting. It's interesting telling you where you are. These bottles are still fucking annoying. But what else can you do? Make sure everything's claimed in here. Alright, after the 3rd thief, let's go. Enemies can always attack you. Ah, what? No, God. What? I don't know why Spyro games keep bringing back the thieves. They're not fun.
Thanks for bringing back the 3 magic lamps. Here, take this orb. Some fairy left it with me, but it won't hold a proper shine.
Yeah, I guess today we'll beat Gulp and then we'll take the rest of it on the next time. Because I am getting a little bit... Hunter doesn't die in the final part. He comes back in the sequel. They're all hippos with wings.
Well done, Spyro.
So apparently they made Gulp a lot harder in the sequel, or in the remake.
Gulp, we finally...
And I don't know why, considering he's significantly difficult enough. He doesn't move until you do, by the way, so I could just stand here and nothing will happen. Which is weird. This game has 3 worlds. This is the end of the second one, and Autumn Plains is the longest. I don't know why the second world is the longest, but the third one is quite short. Eat this. Bombs. Okay, you want an annoying skill point? Let's get an annoying skill point. Yay! I don't know why that couldn't have given me a fucking... my health back, but okay. Oh yeah, Gulp takes a while to beat. Especially if you die. It would be helpful, but no, Ripto's the only boss that I'd really like checkpoints on. If this boss had checkpoints, it wouldn't be challenging at all. I only died because I was trying to hit Ripto. Oh yeah, Ripto's boss battle is really good. It's just, it can be difficult. Also, it's a skill point to beat each of the bosses without getting hit. All 3 of them. I did not move quick enough. These guys are supposed to be dropping chickens and shit too, but they're not doing that. Why did I... Chicken, chicken, chicken. Yeah, it's weird that the hardest boss in the entire trilogy is the second boss of the 3rd game. Also, I'm pretty sure that the roll from Spyro 1 would actually make Gulp a lot easier. You know, the roll that no one ever seems to use or like, which I use and like. Speaking of which, when are they finally going to port the damn thing to PC? Or are they just never gonna do it? chicken. A year? That's a really long time. Thank you. Oh yeah, he can eat the chicken too. They glitched the fuck out. I missed. Oh my god. No! Eh. Did he just jump into the lava? Eat it! Oh my god, that was annoying. Well, that's it for today.
Spyro, you did it.
Whoa. Alora, where'd you come from?
I was just outside the castle in Autumn Plains. The castle is now free again. There's no sign of Ripto. And since you've been around, the creatures of Avalar are finally starting to get along. Since you've done so much for Avalar, and since I know you really missed being on vacation, we really wanted to do something nice for you. It's not much, but we hope you like it.
Wow, this is great. Aren't you gonna join me?
No. I'd like to, but I've got to go check on the professor in the winter tundra. He's still trying to fix the super portal so we can send you home.
Oh, that sounds interesting. I think I'll just hang out here for a while and
Alright, well, we're gonna skip this because it's not important. That's enough for today.
I think I've finally come up with a way to access the dragon worlds from the super portal. This power crystal should give us the extra boost that we need. Just a few more calculations to set it up.
Alright. Save. Alright, see you later. We're gonna stop the timer this time, or pause it. Yeah, see you next time.